What a beautiful sunrise. What's up guys, this is Connor back here with another video on the Theme Park Tycoon 2 tutorial series. And today we're going to be looking at more of how to build your park this time. Instead of the basics to Theme Park Tycoon 2, we're going to be going into decoration and theming. This is number 2 on our list of 7 videos. So let's jump right into it. So first, to start out, let's just remind you basically where all of your decoration and theming will be. So once again, it is number 3, also known as scenery, and everything in here is going to be what you're going to be using basically to decorate your park, especially fences and walls and props. These are going to be 2 very important tabs, as well as others, because there's some cool things to do in here. So to start out, let's ask ourselves, what is theming and what is decoration? Theming and decorating in this instance of the game is simply just to make it look nice. It's to make your park look decent looking, such as this and this. So theming is to make a park look nice, not only within this game, but really any theme park you go to. You don't tend to go to a theme park in real life, such as Disneyland or Six Flags or whatever, and just see some coasters thrown about over some dirt or grass, and then there you go. There's your park. It's a lot more complicated to that. There's a lot of decorating and a lot of theming that goes into making a park and making it aesthetically pleasing to look at. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Now, you guys may be thinking to yourself like, oh, Connor, what's the point of having that stuff in there if it doesn't really help you with your park? Why do I need it? I can just slap in a bunch of coasters and rides, and then there you go. Boom, I got a great park. Now, I'll tell you what it really is about. Would you like to see a park such as this? Nah, neither would I, because this really isn't a theme park. Like, what theme park in anywhere in the world would look like a tangled up mess of coasters and trains and trees? I don't even know what this is. It's not about placing stuff and having the most stars or the most money or the most guests in your place. It's about making a nice looking park. And some may argue like, oh, but then why do they have money and why do they have guests? It's just to, I guess, keep the game somewhat realistic and running. You have to have guests to make money. You have to have money to get different things in the game. So that's a given in the game. So it's not about competing about how many guests you have or how much money or how many stars. It's about what your park is like. And you don't really want to be having a ugly crap tangled up mess like this as your main or only park, because it doesn't look good. It really doesn't. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of people with parks like this, and you don't want to be one of them. Let's just address some of the issues right now with what is going wrong in this place. Number 1, stupid unrotated trees. Who does such a thing? No one. Look at this. No one has trees. What trees are unrotated like this? No tree is identical to the one next to it in real life, so why don't you freaking rotate your trees? Sorry, I just really hate unrotated trees. That's like my number 1 pet peeve. Next, we have a completely logical layout. As you can see, it's so easy to walk from this point all the way back to over here without getting lost in the park. You can see there's a very... No. Everything here is not laid out right. I made this park so that you can see what not to do, and it's not easy to navigate the place. If you want to get from point A, which say is right here, to point B, which is all the way back here, how do you know where to go? You'll just start walking around aimlessly and then you won't really figure it out. Having a good park, you want to have easy to navigate layouts so that you can find where you're going easily. And let's just not forget about the fact that basically everything up here just looks like crap and unrealistic. Oh right, and about 90% of this train track thing is floating in midair, because, logical, God-defying floating tracks. So those are just a couple of the things you want to avoid when making your park and decorating your park. It's not about how many rides you have, how long your rides are. It's just generally about how your park looks. Now, some may argue it's like, oh, but likes matter in this game. And to be honest, they really don't. They're just kind of there to, I guess, brag if you have more than other people, but it's just to show either how terrible you are at building or I guess how much people like your building. So let's go back to the question, what is decoration? There's really no straight answer to this that any one person can give you because this depends on who's building. Decoration is really inspired by what you like, so you can't really tell people what to build and what not to build. It's generally up to them. So you may be wondering, like, how are you supposed to decorate? Because maybe you're brand new to the game and you have no clue what you're doing. Decoration really is what you think looks good together. Here's some examples because the game has pretty well given you some good things, such as storage, which can just be used to fill in some empty space you may have in a building. If we go over to fences and walls, there's a bunch of different themes here, such as brick. You can make houses, you can make castles. If we go over to the Roman walls, you can make Roman themed buildings and even play around with different colors to change up the themes of different things, such as my desert themed park. As you can see here, I use the Roman wall items, but this doesn't really look Roman, does it? Simply because I changed the color. Color has a lot to do with how you decorate things and really the overall effect of what you're going for. This park as well is a great example of theme. You can see I carry one singular theme throughout the whole build of this park, which is Egypt, obviously, and kind of the deserty vibe that it gives off. Theme's really important if you want to kind of have something to base your whole park off of, or a certain section in your park. A lot of conflicts that people have when they're building a park is, what am I supposed to build here? If you come up with a certain theme, such as Egypt, it'll give you a better idea of what else you could add into your park, such as my mummy themed ride, which goes through the Egyptian pyramids, which makes sense because it fits with the theme. So all in all, think of your park as a potato. Yeah, potato. You can do so many things with a potato. You can make it into French fries, you can make it into chips, you can make mashed potatoes, you can make, I don't know, what other, you can make a bunch of things with potatoes. There's so much you can do with a potato, but you choose to just leave it a raw potato. No one wants to look at a raw potato. No one wants to eat a raw potato. The same goes for your park. No one wants to enter a crappy thrown together park that you didn't really put much effort into. The key to decorating is effort and trying to make it look nice. If you're not going to make a park look nice or try to put much effort into it, what's the point of building it at all? And a lot of you guys are thinking, which I've encountered a lot of people within the game who think this, it's a game, why does it matter? I don't know. You tell me why it matters. Why are you playing the game if you don't really care to make a nice park? You're just gonna throw some things together and be like, woo, I played this game? No, you play this game to have fun and make a good looking park, not to just kind of throw everything together and say, good enough. Most of these things are my general rules that I have for myself, and I think they've worked out pretty well, as you can see in some of my parks, especially the desert one. It works. If you just try to put the effort into it and make a nice looking park, then you can succeed. That's all I got for this video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed and took something out of this one. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and if you think I missed any within this video, please let me know down in the comments and I might come back to it or reply to your comment down below. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you really liked it, because subscribing really shows your support and helps me know that you guys are watching and you want to hear more of this series and more of other series to come. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.